Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank all of you for being with us. I say morning. We are now at 12:10, so I guess we're officially into the afternoon, even in Sevierville, where the clock moves a little slower on vacation, at least for me anyway. Today it seems to be moving very fast. My name is Bob Plummer, and I'm the Executive Director of the ETSU National Alumni Association, and for lack of a better term, kind of the MC for the moment. I want to thank all of you all for being here. One of the reasons that we are here started with the engagement of some alumni in this community that asked about having more ETSU presence here. And of course they were thinking about, having some students come down to do some clinical experiences and maybe just a few students to help with some other things. Little did they know that we would get to this point and to have an opportunity to celebrate a partnership that now is over many years has found even new legs over the last 6 to 7 years to bring us to this point today. First off, I would like to ask to speak on behalf of the local governments who in East Tennessee, if not in the state of Tennessee, if not anywhere in America, has one of the most unique communities where if they see a problem, they solve it. And on behalf of the group of the mayors and aldermen and councilmen and supervisors, commissioners, we'd like to ask Mr. Larry Waters, the mayor of Sevier County, to speak on their behalf. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. It is certainly a pleasure and an honor to be here this afternoon to be able to dedicate this facility, one that has been a number of years in the making. As Bob said, we started back several years ago talking about what kind of relationship that the city and county governments can have with ETSU that would improve the quality of life in this area and that would improve the quality for our young people. And this is a result of all those discussions. And I would have to say Bob's been a vital part of that, as so many at ETSU have been. Dr. Nolan, we appreciate you being here today and all of the staff of ETSU. This has been a true partnership among Covenant Health, the cities of Pittman Center, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and Sevierville, and Sevier County, and ETSU. And what our goal has been all along, especially as we focus the last couple of years on this facility, is to work on health care in our county to improve health care for our citizens. And all of those entities have stepped up and I would have to say done more than their part to make this a reality today. And as we move forward in the future working with all of those entities, we think it's going to be great for all of our citizens to improve their health care in this community. Now, healthcare is not the only thing ETSU does here. They have a lot of other programs going on in Sevier County for all of our students, and we appreciate all of their participation in our community, not just in this facility, but we're particularly proud that this facility is a focal point of activities for ETSU in Sevier County, and we look for expansion in the future, and we look for even bigger and better programs to come into this area. So again, I want to thank ETSU and all of their staff for the work. Thank the city governments, all the city governments and county commission for their participation, and Covenant Health in particularly. You're going to hear from Tony in a minute. They stepped up, and all of them not only stepped up and participated with having folks work in the facility and having folks working toward making this reality, but all of those entities stepped up and actually put money up and so to speak, put money where their mouth was, and that's good. You have to have money to make anything go, and this is certainly, I think as you tour this facility, you'll see what a great asset this is for Sevier County and a great asset it's going to be for Covenant Health and ETSU. So again, thank you all for being here. Certainly a little later on today, I want you to look at this facility and tour it. We think that we're extremely proud of this whole complex, our Veterans Clinic, our State Health Department, and now ETSU, which they've been here, but officially dedicating this facility. So we're extremely proud of this center, and we think it's going to be a center for health activities throughout the county and throughout East Tennessee. So again, thank you for being here and participating in this dedication. Thank you.
Mayor, thank you very much. I also want to mention one of the things that we were blessed with whenever we started forming the program here was the establishment of a citizen-based Health Sciences Partnership Council. And we had some folks from ETSU involved, but we had a number of people from this community. I see a few of them here. I want to ask that the group give you a round of applause as well for keeping us on task. Now, the other thing that we found in this mix of the community was great partnership opportunities. Some of those involved the school system and the local government, obviously, but also in the healthcare community. We had some great partners step up. I must thank Ms. Ellen Wilhoit, who took a leading role in that effort, Dr. Bill Fry, and the hospital staff, a lot of great clinicians. I'd like to thank the folks at Good Shepherd Mountain Hope Clinic who have allowed us, Mary Vance and the folks there, Dr. Dew, took an early role with our efforts and allowing our students to come down and get clinical experiences and go through piles of paperwork to define clinical needs in the county. So there's been a lot of exciting effort that's gone into building us to this day. Most importantly, though, we found a good partner in the arrangements that were in transition from the old Fort Sanders Severe Hospital and the evolution of the new LeConte Medical Center and the engagement of Mr. Tony Spezia on behalf of Covenant Health as a friend to this effort, and we would like to have him speak on behalf of the medical community.
Well, thank you, and it is really a pleasure to be here. You know, LeConte Medical Center and Covenant Health are really proud to be an active participant here in the ETSU academic expansion and partnership here in Sevier County, and to be part of the dedication of the ETSU College of Medicine. You know, we have been involved with the partnership with ETSU, working with all the people that have been mentioned, Larry Waters in the Sevier County and all the city governments, Mountain Hope Clinic, and others to, you know, since 2005 when, frankly, and I really appreciated the earlier comment about, you know, the uniqueness of this, of a government in this region that actually tries to work for its citizens and sees a problem and wants to resolve it. And we were sitting in a room, I can remember to this day, we had a big old building over here, an old plant sitting, and we started talking about, you know, what could we do in the front of it and what could we do here, and Larry and Mayor Atchley and others said, well, what the heck, let's go for really a quality medical center, let's do it right. And we were pushing hard for that because we said, look, it's a big investment and we don't know what the future will bring, but we think there's a bright future here in Sevier County, and we want to have something that's a showplace. And we've built a great medical center. We could not have done it without the help of the local government and the officials and local citizenry here. And it's really been a great success for us. It's been voted on some lists as being one of the prettiest hospitals in the country, and we're really proud of it. And we're also very proud of what it's allowing us to do. And this is a big, very, very important part. You know, preparing students for the future for medicine and the shortages that we have is a critical part of how we're going to be able to deliver health care here in our community. And, you know, since 2011, we've been able to host more than 120 of the third-year medical students through the community medicine clerkship at LeConte Medical Center. And, you know, students are participating in some great projects like diabetes education, prenatal, drug abuse and effects on newborns, a survey of sort of the health status of the community here, some important projects, and they are just a breath of fresh air. It's great to see physicians that are budding physicians that with the excitement that they have about the profession that they're entering into. And it's great to have them sort of live here for a while and practice here, and we hope that someday some of them will come back. And as of course, as discussions continue both at the national and local levels about the future of healthcare and how we can best provide accessible medical care, we know that skilled physicians and nurses and other allied health professionals are going to have to be trained and will be critical to being able to implement whatever health plan or health programs are established by the governments and private sector. And I salute ETSU for their ongoing commitment to training these healthcare professionals for the future. I want to have to applaud and thank Dr. Bill Fry, who is a member of Covenant Health's board and is director of the clerkship here, for his outstanding leadership in working with the students in the community medicine clerkship. I want to give Dr. Fry a round of applause. Thank you. This partnership with ETSU is right on the Covenant Health mission of improving the quality of life through better health. And on behalf of Covenant Health, congratulations to all who have made this day possible. We look forward to continuing to work together to prepare students to deliver excellent health care to the people of this region and to all the other regions that they will ultimately serve in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. As many of you have been involved with our process, you've seen us go through a succession of change from a long-term president of Dr. Paul Stanton, who was obviously close to the health sciences mission as a former dean of medicine and one of the pillars of the Kellogg effort, which was part of the modeling that brought us to some of these relationships. Now we've got a new leader and who has just completed his freshman year. He is my ambition in life, I've told every group, is that if I can end the day and his taillights are somewhere on the horizon, I've tried to keep up relatively well. And we're trying to do that. I think you'll find that the outreach that we've had in the communities and has been done thus far will only be surpassed by what's coming ahead. And at this point, I would like to introduce the 9th president of East Tennessee State University, Dr. Brian Nolan.
Thank you. And let me first start by saying thank you to every member of the ETSU family who's here today. We're joined by deans, we're joined by our provosts, we're joined by our chief operating officer, our chief fiscal officer. Every facet of ETSU is here today. Every facet of ETSU is here for one purpose, and that's to serve this community, this region, and this state. If you go back to our founding in 1911, we were formed to be a teacher's college that served the needs of rural Tennessee. And as we've evolved as an institution, that mission of regional service has remained constant. In fact, it's part of our mission statement. What is our mission as an institution? To be the best regional university in the United States. But as you look at that concept of regional service, you see it here today. You see it in the things that we're doing in this facility. You're seeing it in things that we do across the region, bringing together students, bringing together the community, bringing together healthcare professionals, bringing together East Tennessee in one setting, a setting in which you have the opportunity not only to expand the offering of wellness that's available to folks in the region, but also the availability of educational opportunities. This is a facility that in a little bit does it all. It does a little bit of everything. It provides opportunities for students to take courses. It provides a home for medical students to have a temporary home as they're out in the community. And it provides connections for us across the region as we look to meet the healthcare needs of Sevier County and East Tennessee as a whole. We're here because it's who we are as an institution. It's who we've always been as an institution, and it's who we'll always be as an institution that's committed to the hardworking people of Tennessee. an institution that every day of the week gets up and says, how can we improve the quality of life? How can we improve access? How can we improve health care? We do that in our teacher education programs. We do that in our research programs. We do that in our nursing programs, our social work programs, our allied health programs across the board. It's who we are. So for those of you who are representing community groups today, take time to visit some of the tables. I think we have reps from the fossil site to my left around the corner. We have everything from the fossil site to the College of Medicine here today to answer your questions. Mr. Plummer talked about being in my taillights. Unfortunately, my taillights are going to take me to Nashville, and I'm not going to be able to be here for the entirety of the events today. But I hope that you enjoy the time today. I hope that you come back. And most importantly, I hope that you take time to say thank you. Thank you to our partners. Larry, thank you. Tony, thank you. To everyone, thank you for what you've done to make today possible. In many respects, today is a dream come true, and it's the beginning of an even deeper and richer partnership with our community partners here in Sevier County. Thank you all very much.
Now we're going to turn a little bit back to the medicine side, and this is only fair. For those of you who have not been in this facility before, this has a great history here. There's been a lot of new beginnings in this space. In fact, if you look around, this was the Dolly Parton birthing suite as a part of the old hospital. So there's been a lot of launches here of great things. Hopefully future students that we'll have. But one of the folks that bought into our plan in our first visits down here was part of the College of Medicine, and very quickly other partners in nursing, clinical rehabilitative health sciences, public health, pharmacy. All those elements came together very quickly and started to come together. In fact, we stole a pharmacist from this community just to run our clinical outreach at the Gatton School of Pharmacy. So the relationship with this community is pretty deep and long in its existence. But one of the things that in our first conversation was, we'll get some folks coming down and maybe they'll like Sevierville and want to come back and live here, that have been had an experience in the clinical healthcare or medical education. And one of the guys in the car that day said, well, wouldn't it be great if we had some medical students down here? And at that moment, my flash reaction was, okay, that'll be a stretch. That was 8 years ago. Little did I know that there's some folks that would embrace that idea. And now we've got a regular flurry of medical students here sleeping in these old birthing suites as a part of their temporary home while they're here in Sevier County. And Mr. Spezia, I hope we didn't damage too many beds. Ellen let us use those beds for a little while when we couldn't get moved in. I understand the first group was really well-mannered with the hospital spaces. Then they started figuring out that those beds y'all had bought at the new hospital were really high-tech. But anyway, at this point, when you put the brightest people in the universe together, they do find ways to entertain themselves. But they also have learned a great deal about community health. And on behalf of our deans of health sciences and the Division of Health Sciences, I'd like to ask Dr. Phil Bagnall, the Dean of the College of Medicine, to come forward.
Thank you, Bob. I have been involved with this project since day one, and it has been just a real treat to see ideas formulate, come together, and result in a direction that is still in progress. And Ellen, I just want to thank you so much for the role you've played. You've always been welcoming, you've always been supportive, and you've helped us move this forward tremendously. So thank you. I also want to compliment the community. One of the first things that happened, and our very first visit on our way home, and there was something happened that impacted me and my feelings about the community. And Ellen knows this story, but I was, during the visits, during the first visit, we stayed overnight and had meetings that went on for 2 days. And what I heard the community saying is, we have healthcare delivery problems, we have issues, but we're also interested in our children. We're proud of our community, we're proud of our service industry, but we would like our children to have more options and visible to them. We would like them to see young professionals in training, and we'd like to have that in our community. And I listened to I obviously paid attention to that. And on my way out, at the last stoplight, which, and there's a lot of stoplights, but at the last stoplight, there was a huge billboard, and all that was on that billboard was the picture of a woman, and the caption was Teacher of the Month below that. And I thought, how great, a community that gives attention and draws attention to the importance of that kind of service to our children and our youth. We're delighted to be a part of this community. We look forward, Tony, to having residents here. I hope that we can move in that direction, and I know Ellen joins me in that. It will really enhance all of the educational opportunities, and that's our next little mountain to climb and to work towards. Bill Fry around the corner, thank you tremendously for what you've done to help this happen, and thank you all.
Now, since I have played with the idea of playing it in your minds that this was the old Dolly Parton birthing suites, I must tell you that behind a lot of this stuff that we're talking about in this facility, one of the hardest jobs, I'm told, was to change this floor. Being in the good nature that we are, we try to utilize as much as we can without creating a whole lot of new and amazing challenges. And I wanted to, before I get past this point in the agenda, I wanted to thank Alan Newton, who took point for Mayor Waters and the local folks to convert this building to its new uses after the hospital days. And Alan, I know, was challenged with this floor most of all because we tried to utilize as much of the elements that were here originally because of how we were going about into the future with the sleeping spaces and teaching spaces. But Alan, thank you very much for the work you and others did on this place. It's obviously a great place for us for the medical students. And now some of you had found the food hidden in another room. That's one of those other teaching spaces. And at this point, I'd like to ask Dr. Deborah Joyner to come forward from the School of Continuing Studies and Community Outreach, that she is going to speak on behalf of the programs that are involved with the academic side of the house here from ETSU.
There is some amazing technology embedded in this facility, and I hope that you have the chance to tour all the rooms and look at the interactive rooms as well as our classrooms. And we're very excited indeed to be here. And when we came several years ago to tour the Dolly Parton Birthing Center, it was quite different. And we kind of thought and imagined what it could be, but we had no idea that it could come to complete fruition like it has. And it's far beyond our expectations, and we just want to express that, and our students are so excited to attend class here. And ETSU, I know you know that it has had a long history in Sevier County. The Claudius G. Clemmer College of Education for more than 25 years has been here and educated many educators, teachers, and administrators in the region. And we continue that tradition. And right now we have two cohort groups that one will actually be arriving this afternoon for class, and one is in Master's in Special Education, and that's a graduate program, and we also have an undergraduate program, completion program in special education. Dr. Marks, who has been integrated in this community for a long time from special education, will actually be teaching from our interactive classroom this evening, and her class will be here live, and she will be in ITV format and teaching another class on the main campus of ETSU. So we are very excited to have that opportunity and to offer those kinds of chances for students. This summer, we will be offering a middle grades add-on certificate program for people that are already in the teaching field. In the future, we look forward to offering an MED with a concentration in teacher leadership, as well as one in student personnel services. We currently also support a radiography, Bachelor of Science completion degree program, as well as a dual degree nursing RN to BSN program, which has grown by leaps and bounds. And this program is in collaboration with Walters State Community College. Walters State Community College is our supportive partner, and we appreciate their commitment to ensure a smooth transition for students that transfer to ETSU after the associate degree experience. They have been here all along with us, and we certainly appreciate them. We look forward to students being able to receive admissions information, financial aid information, and other student support services at this site here in Sevier County. That's very, very important to us. And right now, it's really my pleasure to introduce to you our coordinator, Brandy Garner, and here she is, and she oversees our academic programs here. Again, it's a thrill for us to be here. It's a thrill for our students, and thank you, Sevier County, for making it happen, because you did it. Thank you.
Deborah, thank you very much. I'd like to introduce and have stand some other folks from ETSU that have been a part of this effort, and I want you to meet them today. They are here also with representatives from their colleges that are spread out in the corridors. So literally, whenever we break up here, you're going to get the beautiful music of some bluegrass to entertain you. There's food and refreshments back in one of the classrooms that you can work toward, but also there's exhibits in all the corridors around us. So please don't just think that this is the end of the road. This is not a cul-de-sac, but a circle, if you will, and please go around and see the rest of things that we have to offer. I want to introduce a few folks. Dr. Bert Bach, our provost. Dr. Wilsie Bishop, Vice President for Health Affairs. Dr. Linda Garceau, Dean of the College of Business and Technology. Dr. Nancy Shearer. Nancy is Dean of Clinical and Rehabilitative Health Sciences. Dr. Wendy Nearing. And Dr. Nearing is the Dean of Nursing. Dr. Randy Wyckoff. Is Randy here? I've lost him. Okay. Randy's waving back around the corner, and he is Dean of Public Health. Also for the Clemmer College of Education, we have Dr. Angela Lewis here for Dr. Hal Knight, who was called away. From the Gatton School of Pharmacy, Dr. Larry Calhoun. If you will please join me in one round of applause again for our speakers. Oh, excuse me, one other person I've left off my list. Excuse me. Our Vice President for Business and Finance, Dr. David Collins. Remember, always take care of the guy that pays the bill. Sorry, a little meltdown there. Okay. Anyway, thank you all again for being with us. Please look at all the displays around. No, there's no shrunken heads. That is a baby. What looks like a baby animal is a panda. over here. Now the challenge is if you'll find that table and find that artifact from the Fossil Museum. All right? Again, thank you very much. Now I want to introduce some of our fine young people that are part of the ETSU Bluegrass program. This is a band called Bluegrass Firelight, who was entertaining you before we got started, and we'll bring them back on. If y'all want to come on in, please. The members of the band include Colleen Trenwith is the leader, Nathan Morrison, Gary Holtman, Ben Watlington, Kylie Ellingson, Isaac Smith, and Carl Smakola. Is that close?
He's not here, but it's
He's
Smokula.
not? Smokula. See, that's what he gets for not being here.
That's what I'll tell him.
Tell him, that's it. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy the music of Bluegrass Firelight, and refreshments are around the corner. Thank you all for being with us.